If you're a woman over 50 wondering what the best digital side hustle is in 2026 and you're overwhelmed by all the noise online, I want to make this simple for you because there are a lot of things being pushed right now, a lot of promises, a lot of hype, a lot of just do this one thing and your life will change energy. But if you want something that is flexible, beginner friendly, low overhead, and something you can actually build from without needing to be a tech wizard or a pushy salesperson, there is one path that makes far more sense than most. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through what I believe that path is, why it fits so well for women over 50 and what I would focus on if I were starting from scratch in 2026. If we haven't met yet, my name is Jillian Joy. I'm a Canadian woman in my 50s living part time in Costa Rica, a mom to three amazing daughters, a business owner, partner in shine to Chef Glenroy, and someone who has had to rebuild more than once. I know what it feels like to want more freedom, more income, more peace, and at the same time feel overwhelmed by all of the online options: affiliate marketing, digital products, YouTube, social media, funnels, courses, email lists, automation. It can all feel like learning a whole new language. And for a lot of women, this is exactly where they get stuck. Not because they're lazy, not because they're not smart, but because there is just so much noise that they don't know what actually makes sense and or what to trust. And before we get too far in, if you want a simple starting point, I do have my Freedom Blueprint linked below. It's there to help you understand this path in a clear, simpler way without feeling like you need to figure everything out on your own. So if you would So if that would help you, grab that after this video or pause and come back. Now, let's get into it. Here's what I see happening for so many women over 50 today. They know they need something more. They feel it. Maybe they want extra income. Maybe they want a backup plan. Maybe they want to retire differently. Maybe they're burned out. Maybe life has changed. Maybe they simply do not want to run after chasing dollars and trading time for money, but they seem to be more confused than when they started because online looks like everything is the answer. And when everything looks like the answer, you usually do nothing. You watch, you think, you research, you second guess. You wonder if you're too late. You wonder if you're too old. You wonder if everyone else got the memo and you somehow missed it. And that is exactly why I wanted to make this video. So let me answer the question directly. In my opinion, the best digital side hustle for women over 50 in 2026 is this: building a simple online business around affiliate marketing, digital products, and content that helps people solve real problems. That's the answer. Not because it's magic, not because it's instant, not because it requires zero effort, but because it is one of the few models that gives you flexibility, low startup cost, room to grow, and the ability to build something over time instead of just chasing quick cash. Here's why I believe this is such a strong fit. First, it does not require inventory. You do not need to fill your house with products. You do not need to package boxes. You do not need to worry about shipping, returns, or piles of stuff packed in your spare room like a tiny warehouse of regret. I've been there. It doesn't feel good. Second, you can start with very little overhead. That matters because a lot of women are not in a season where they want to dump thousands of dollars into a business idea and hope it works. Third, it's flexible. You can build this from home. You can build it around your life. You can do it in the mornings, you can do it in the evenings, in pockets of time. And as your confidence grows, so can your business. And fourth, this type of business allows you to use something many women over 50 already have in abundance: life experience, wisdom, perspective, resilience, discernment, and a voice. You do not need to become a different person to do this. You need to learn a few modern skills and apply them consistently. Now, one of the biggest mistakes people make is they think the side hustle is the thing. They think, what do I sell? What product do I create? What program should I join? What link should I post? But the real question is actually deeper than that. The real question is, what are people already searching for? And how can I help meet that need? That is where things start to click because the internet is not paying people simply for existing online. It rewards clarity, it rewards usefulness, it rewards problem solving, it rewards people who can help other people find answers. So instead of starting with, what can I throw online? Start with, what are people already looking for? That shift changes everything. The easiest way I can explain it is this: a lot of women start by trying to build the lemonade stand first. They spend time creating the sign, setting up the table, making it look all pretty, making the lemonade, and trying to make it all look nice. But they haven't checked whether anyone is even walking down that road. And then they wonder why no one is buying. What makes more sense is to first find out where people already are. What are they searching for? What are they struggling with? What do they want help with? What are they typing into YouTube or Google late at night when they're worried about money, work, purpose, or starting over? Then you build around that. That is a much smarter way to grow. Now, let's talk about affiliate marketing for a minute because that is often part of this model. Affiliate marketing simply means you're recommending a product, a program, or tool that helps solve a problem. And when someone buys through your link, you earn a commission. That's it. It's beautiful. You do not need to create the product from scratch. You do not need to hold inventory. You do not need to become some slick closer. You are connecting with a person with a solution. And when it is done ethically and honestly, it can be a really smart income stream, especially when it is paired with content. Because content is what helps people find you. Content is how you build trust. Content is how you answer questions. Content is how you show up for the woman who is searching and silently hoping someone will explain this in plain English. Then there are digital products. And I like digital products because once they are created, they can be sold again and again and again without you needing to remake them every time. Now, that does not mean you need to run off today and create a massive course or some giant complicated offer. Please don't do that. Don't spend your time trying to recreate the wheel. That is one of the fastest ways to overwhelm yourself. What makes more sense is to start simple. Understand the market, understand the problem, learn how people buy, learn how to create content that speaks to what they are already looking for. Then, over time, you can build or recommend digital products that actually make sense. And this is why I think this model is such a good fit for women over 50, because many of us are not looking for chaos, the opposite. We are not looking for more burnout. We are not looking for some loud, frantic business that takes over our whole life. We want something we can grow with, that we can evolve with, something that lets us use our brain, our voice, our experience, and our heart, something that can become an asset over time. And that is what content plus affiliate marketing plus digital products can become. It is less like taking on another job and more like planting something. You create, you learn, you refine, you build trust, you let the work compound. And yes, it takes consistency, but it is a path that can grow with you. Now, let me speak to a few of the objections that I know come up. I had them myself. The first one is I'm not techy enough. I get that. I understand that. But being successful online is not about being the most technical person in the room. It's about being willing to learn what matters, one piece at a time. You do not need to master the whole internet this week. You need to learn the next step. The second objection is I don't want to be salesy. Good. Honestly, good. Because people are tired of pressure. What works today is not being pushy. What works is being helpful, helping people understand a problem, helping them see a possibility, helping them find a solution. That is very different from chasing people. And the third objection is what if no one watches? At first, maybe not many people. That's normal. Everybody starts with small numbers. I did. I am still growing. I am still in a place where I'm enjoying that. But the point is not to go viral and the algorithm suddenly blesses you. The point is to start building the skill of communication, clarity, and visibility. That is the real asset. And I want to say this as someone who understands how hard it can be to show up. Sometimes the hardest part is not the strategy, it's the visibility. It's letting yourself be seen. It's letting yourself use your voice, letting yourself believe that what you know, what you've lived, and what you've learned could actually help someone else. But hiding does not build freedom. At some point, there has to be a decision not to be perfect, not to be polished, not to know everything, just to begin. And I think there are a lot of women over 50 who are far more ready than they realize. So if you are wondering what to actually do next, here is the simple version. Step one, choose a problem space or niche that matters to you and that people are actively searching for. Step two, choose a simple offer path, something you can recommend, promote, or eventually create that helps solve that problem. Step three, start making helpful content around what people are already searching for. Not random content, not content just for the sake of posting. Helpful content, searchable content, simple content. That is where momentum begins. And again, if you want help with that starting point, my freedom blueprint is linked below. It's there for the woman who wants a simpler view of the path and wants to understand how this can actually fit together in real life. So grab that if it would support you. If you take nothing else from this video, Take this. You are not too old. You are not too late. You are not disqualified because you are still learning. And you do not need to become some perfect internet version of yourself to start building something meaningful. In my opinion, the best digital side hustle for women over 50 in 2026 is a simple digital business built around content, connection, affiliate marketing, and digital products that solve real problems. It is practical, it is flexible, it is learnable, and it can grow with you. If that speaks to you, subscribe and follow along for more. And if you're watching this and something in you knows it's time to stop sitting on the sidelines, comments start below. I'd love to know you are here.